Get cash back and exclusive savings when you shop online using Ebates and receive a $10 welcome bonus. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and today I want to share with you guys the plethora of goodies that I picked up from this past weekend's HorrorHound convention in Columbus, Ohio. It was my very first HorrorHound event, and overall I had an absolute blast at the show with only a couple of minor gripes, which I'll get into maybe a little bit later, but overall, I met some really awesome people. I bumped into my buddy James, DVD Collector 1984. I bumped into my buddy Rob. I bumped into my buddy Jay. So shout outs to you three guys. And I met some really nice celebrities there. And just overall had an absolute blast. If anybody went to the HorrorHound show and you stayed there on the property, I only have 3 words for you. The 4th floor. If you stayed on the 4th floor, please let me know. And also, I want to know, have you come down yet? And by that I mean, forget having Cheech and Chong staying in a room down the hall from you. It was as if we had about 6 Cheeches and 7 Chongs all in one room, just a few doors down from where my room was on the 4th floor. And the entire weekend, it just absolutely reeked of marijuana. I don't know how those people survived smoking that much marijuana. Literally, there was a time or two going up to the room, just stepping off of the elevator, you were greeted by such an overwhelming and pungent cloud of marijuana smoke. You were just instantly on a contact high. Again, I don't know how these people survived smoking that much marijuana. And not that I'm a big marijuana aficionado or anything, but let me know down in the comment section below. I've heard differing philosophies as far as the smell of the marijuana. If it's skunky, does that mean it's good quality marijuana, or does that mean it's bad quality marijuana? Because this was some exceptionally skunky smelling marijuana. It was as if they had slaughtered like an entire family of skunks in this room. It was such a skunky marijuana. It was absolutely overwhelming. At one point, we had to put a towel under the door to try and keep it out. I don't know how these people survived, to be perfectly honest. I mean, that room had to have a haze of marijuana smoke in it as thick as the London fog from a Hammer movie. It was ridiculous, and I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. The 4th floor was like, all you had to say was the 4th floor, and even the celebrities in the place knew what you were talking about, because the 4th floor, that was interesting. My only qualm, and I'll go ahead and just get that out of the way right now, is everything was really, really cramped there, particularly where they had the Friday the 13th Part 5 people. They had them in like a big tent, and it was so incredibly cramped, and the lighting in there was just abysmal. So the photographs, it was difficult to take a good photograph because you were just shoulder to shoulder with everybody. There was literally no room in there to move. And then on top of that, the lighting was really bad. It was incredibly cramped with the Friday the 13th Part 5 people. And then on top of that, in the main ballrooms, it was kind of cramped in there too, making it very difficult to take photographs with the guests. I heard some people maybe speculating that they had sort of organized this by design to make people wary of taking photographs there on the floor and sort of urge them to take professional photo ops. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's my only qualm, and a very, very minor qualm at that. I still got a lot of good pictures. Luckily, I've got a really nice camera on my Galaxy phone, and I've rambled on for 5 minutes, so I'll go ahead and start showing you guys some of the cool stuff that I got. Start with some posters. I met Zach Ward and Yano Anaya, who played Scut Farkas and Scut Farkas's little toady, Grover Deal, respectively, in A Christmas Story. They were both very, very nice. They both shot little videos for my brother saying hello. My brother's a huge fan of A Christmas Story, as am I. And bringing him to a convention like this probably would not be a very smart idea because there's so many people there and there's just so much going on. I think it would just be kind of overwhelming for him, and I'm not sure how we would do, especially in it being particularly cramped. I think that would have just been kind of disastrous, but they both shot brief videos saying hello to Jeremy. I'm actually going to upload those videos in Jeremy's reaction. I've probably already done that by the time this video goes up, but they were both very nice. Really enjoyed meeting them, and they were very, very super cool to shoot those videos for Jeremy saying hello to him. So yeah, here's my 11 by 17 Christmas Story poster signed by Zach Ward. There he says, "Say Uncle," and under his name he wrote Farkas. And Yano wrote, "Are you next?" Grover Deal, Yano, Anara, both very nice guys again. I cannot speak any higher of them, and because, you know, they gave me a few extra minutes to say hello to Jeremy, and that goes a long way with me too. So yeah, very nice to meet them. Next up, I've got, this is my Friday the 13th, the final chapter poster, and as you guys can see, it is signed by a lot of people, but who I had sign it, and I apologize if you guys can hear a train every time. Every time I start to shoot a video, a train goes by. I don't know what it is. If I'm on some sort of train schedule when it comes to making these videos, but I swear there's so many times I start making a video and here comes a freaking train through. And goodness gracious. And it's not like I live next to the train, but the train is close enough that, you know, you can hear it. Anyway, I will march on. The new signature here is from Judy Aronson. And there she wrote, "Screw you, Justin." Judy Aronson, Sam. And she was very nice. And I have to say, she, you know, I have to choose my words carefully here in case my girlfriend sees this video, but she has aged very nicely, put it that way. She still is a very pretty woman, put it that way, and very nice. And yeah, she was like, "What do you want me to write?" And the only thing that I could think of was "screw you." And she was like, "Perfect." So there you have it. And yeah, my final chapter poster is looking pretty good there, getting some signatures on it, and yeah, filling it up. Very nice. And yeah, Judy Aronson was very nice to meet. Next up, oh, we got the Silent Night, Deadly Night 11 by 17 poster signed by Billy himself, Robert Brian Wilson. He writes, "To Justin, punish." And he's very cool. Robert Brian Wilson is very, very cool. He's the kind of guy who, you know, just a really nice, if you get the opportunity to meet Robert Brian Wilson at a convention, you definitely want to do that. Super nice guy, just, you know, super nice guy. Just like, I don't know. You feel like he's your buddy after about, you know, a minute of speaking with him. Just, again, really, really nice guy. I asked him about the new Scream Factory Silent Night Deadly Night Blu-ray that's coming out, and he told me about some of the extras that he participated in for that release, as well as the new NECA figure. And I was like, "You're getting a cut of that new NECA figure sales, right?" And he's like, "No." But A very nice guy. Really enjoyed meeting him. If you get the opportunity to meet Robert Brian Wilson at a convention, by all means, you should do so. And I'm really looking forward to that Silent Night, Deadly Night Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I did, of course, pre-order it, so I've got the figure coming too. It would have been nice if the that Blu-ray and the figure had already come out, and I could have got Robert Brian Wilson to sign the figure. But you know, there's always next time. But yeah. And just, I mean, what can you say about that poster art there? That's absolutely freaking phenomenal. Here we've got the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge poster signed by Robert Russler. And I love how he put his character's name, Ron Grady, there, and date of birth and date of death, RIP. That was really cool. And Robert Russler, really cool guy. I told him about the first time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 that he was my favorite character in the movie. And when he died, I was like devastated. And the same thing with Vamp. I was like, dude, you just die and everything. And he was like, yeah, but I do it well. And I was like, yeah, you do it effectively. Cause I was just, I was devastated when you died in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And I was sad to see you go in Vamp as well. But really nice guy, really cool guy. Just, yeah, all around. Really nice guy, really cool guy. Let's see what else we've got here. This one I've already got framed. Went ahead and got this guy framed already. This is my Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, 11 by 17 poster. And I finally got to meet the legendary Eric Freeman, and again, what a super nice guy he is. I was really happy to see all weekend, pretty much, he was swamped. The sort of outpouring of, support and adoration for him. This was his very first convention. And I'd actually talked to him about it a little bit before the show, and he was kind of concerned, like, does anybody care? Will anybody, come up and want to meet me? I'm going to be sitting there all weekend just twiddling my thumbs. And I was like, no, you're going to be busy. And he was busy pretty much all weekend long, and just seeing the support and the adoration for him from all the fans was really, really cool. And so I got him to sign this 11 by 17 poster for me. I've got the big 24 by 36 poster that I did a video of last Christmas, as a matter of fact. I've got it, but I wanted to get the little one so that I could put Silent Night, Deadly Night and Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 together down here in the man cave. And he signed it. Justin, thanks for being a fan. Eric Freeman. Yeah, he was so cool, just taking so much time to meet and talk to all the fans individually, and great guy. And really awesome poster here too. Awesome poster. Let's see a couple of the 8x10s. Well, actually, one is a little bit bigger than an 8x10, but I'll save it for later. I also got Eric to sign for me this 8x10, the classic Garbage Day shot, and on it he wrote, "I know garbage, Eric Freeman, Ricky." But there he is, the man himself, Eric Freeman, Garbage Day. My goodness. This should be like they should create like a bill, a denomination of money, and put that image on it. That would be the only denomination of bills I would use exclusively, would be that denomination of bills. But yeah, nice picture here. And just, it's freaking Garbage Day, man. Come on. Next up, and this was actually given to me by Ron Sloan. They hurt me, Ma. I gotta say, I'm gonna get out the Friday the 13th Part 5 poster that I had signed by, there was pretty much a Friday the 13th Part 5 cast reunion there. They had a ton of people, and they were each and every one absolutely freaking awesome to me. You guys know I love Friday the 13th Part 5, so getting to meet Junior was awesome. Talked to him for a little while. Just the nicest guy in the world. Ron Sloan is the nicest guy in the world. I posed with his freaking head from the movie. Okay. And I was such a super fan that he was like, here, man, take this. Yeah. And just, really cool pictures. Actually a painting that he said a friend of his had done for him. And how awesome is that? How freaking awesome is that? All right. And here I have this is a 13 by 30 poster for Friday the 13th Part 5. It is a playbill poster, I believe, is how it's referred to as. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this thing justice. Here we go. Let me use my wallet to hold it down. A now very empty wallet after the convention. But here at the very top in gold, I've got Mr. Ron Sloan's signature. He writes, I ain't so pretty myself. I know. Ron Sloan, Jr., Hubbard. Such a pleasure to meet him again. Such a nice guy. Just an awesome, awesome, awesome guy. Over here in silver, Junior's mother. And what a lady she is. What a lady she is. She actually had like a list of her quotes, of Ethel quotes from the movie that you could choose from. And of course I didn't need the list. I knew exactly what I wanted her to sign. And so Carol Locatel, who played Ethel in the film, she wrote, I think you can read that there. Maybe you can, hopefully you can, but I'm not going to say it aloud to try and keep it in hopes of keeping this video advertiser friendly. But there it is. From Carol Locatel, Ethel, and I gotta say, meeting Junior and Ethel, oh my God. It's Junior and Ethel. And they're both very, very nice, very, very awesome people. I got to take pictures with each of them individually and then both of them together. And of course I'm like, Carol, will you flip me the bird? So she's flipping me off in the picture, which is awesome. Which I'm going to show all the pictures that I took from the convention, as well as some footage that I shot, wandering around the convention a little bit later in this video. But, yes, so awesome to meet Junior and Ethel from Friday the 13th Part 5, and both of them very, very nice people. Below Junior's signature, I got Ms. Deborah Voorhees's signature. Oh my goodness. And again, I won't read to you what she wrote me, so to keep this video advertiser friendly, but you can see it there. She asked if there was any dialogue from the film that she'd like for me to put on there, and the only thing that came to mind was what you see there. So she signed it. F you, Justin. Big hugs. Deborah Voorhees. Very nice, very sweet lady. Really enjoyed meeting her. Oh my goodness. Deborah Voorhees. Deborah Voorhees. So let's roll this baby on down. See who else we've got down here. Really nice poster. Had a lot of people. Oh goodness, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Had a lot of the cast there like, oh man, this is a really cool poster. Okay. All right, here we go. Here down at the bottom, I have got at the top Melanie Kinnaman, who signs it to Justin with love. Melanie Kinnaman, Pam. Very nice, very sweet. Really enjoyed meeting her. Over here in the corner, I've got Violet's signature right there in the corner. Tiffany Helm, and the only thing that came to mind for her to write was Joey, and of course she wrote it very bold. And I like the trailing off exclamation points there. Very nice to meet her. We danced a little bit. You'll see the picture soon. We danced a little bit, so that was very cool. And then over here in the corner, Tommy Jarvis himself, John Shepard. I asked him if he could describe Danny Steinman for me in one word. And after just a very brief pause, he said, intense. So Very, very nice. And I gotta say, meeting everybody from the Friday the 13th Part 5 cast, well, not everybody, but a big chunk of the Friday the 13th Part 5 cast was awesome. And it's even better when all of them are really nice, sweet people. I recorded their panel discussion, which was highly, highly entertaining. By this point, I should have already uploaded that, which if you haven't seen that panel discussion, I'll put a link to it below. But really fun, really cool panel discussion from the Friday the 13th Part 5 cast. Also, and I'm sure I've already uploaded this, but I'll put a link to it in the description if I haven't. There was a quote-unquote holiday horrors panel with Lynn Griffin from Black Christmas, Scott McDonald from Jack Frost, Robert Brian Wilson from Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Eric Freeman from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. I'm sure I've already uploaded those, but if you missed them, I'll put those links in the description. Couple of more things, and this is the coup de grace here. This is the coup de grace. The cherry on the sundae, and there's my cat making a cameo. An Eric Freeman autographed garbage can. I say again, an Eric Freeman autographed garbage can. Oh my goodness. There you see Mr. Freeman. It's garbage day. To my friend Justin, Eric Freeman, Ricky. This is a one-of-a-kind collectible right here. An Eric Freeman autographed garbage can. And there's my cat. I mean, my goodness. Look at this thing. Eric Freeman autographed garbage can. Yes, yes, and yes. Words can't describe. All right, guys, so that was my complete HorrorHound weekend Columbus haul. I apologize that I was very long-winded. I apologize that I may have rattled on. I apologize that I hit the tripod. I apologize. Again, the fourth floor. I will blame it all on the fourth floor. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will show you all the pictures that I took from HorrorHound, as well as some footage that I shot just walking around HorrorHound, to give you guys kind of a feel for the convention experience. So if you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.
Give it another. So that's how I gauge shit.
This year, got it.
They were double charged and everything. Yeah, they were just giving out. We get two. Yeah, we get two.
I haven't seen anybody around that had like a lot of anything, but I just wanted her table that one where
Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Turi Delamore, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, and Derek Jana. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.